sampling from a population. So girls, this is when we just get a sample of people. It's not the whole population. We would use this term version of the mean with the line on top, and this version of the standard deviation with the S. So when we do it in our calculator, we should be looking for the S standard deviation. Is that okay? So yeah, that's a summary of all the mean, variance, and standard deviation. For sample and population, the symbols, but also the ones for variance and standard deviation tell us what to look for in the calculator. Okay, so girls, notice what it's saying here. X with a line, X with a line is an estimate of mu. It's an estimate of the population mean. It's approximately. S is an estimate of sigma. So the sample standard deviation is an estimate of the population standard deviation. So that's why generally they're close. Okay, a parameter is a numerical characteristics of a population. These, because they're numerical characteristics of a population, like a mode and a median, if they're measured against the whole population, they can be called a parameter. But a statistic is a numerical characteristic of a sample. So there, any statistics from a sample. Rarely, though, are those words used. I don't see the word parameter used very often. So I wouldn't stress about that, but I have to tell you. A random sample of 40 students. So girls, if you're in exam, you'd think to yourself, oh, sample. I'm going to use S, and I'm going to use X with a line on top. Does that make sense? Okay. Had the heights measured from a school of 1,000 students, clearly 40 students is only going to be an estimate of the 1,000. Everyone making sense? The sample mean of their heights was 152, and the variance was 12.8 centimeters squared. Delete that squared. A, find the standard deviation of the sample. Now, girls, can I just first, though, can you tell me what symbol do I use for the 152 now? What does that equal? Okay, and what about for the variance? S squared, yes. Good. And technically, you can put 40 down here because it's like the sample for 40, okay? But you don't have to. So just put S squared is fine. Okay, A. Find standard deviation. How do we do that for the sample? Square root the S squared, the variance. So S is the root of 12.8. So can anyone tell me what that is? Let's say three significant figures. 3.58, good. All right. B. Estimate the standard deviation of the heights of all the students at the school. So that means, so what's the symbol for the standard deviation for the population? That weird squashed 6 thing, yes. It's called sigma. It's like, girls, this, see, do you remember this thing? Have you seen that? That's capital sigma. This is lowercase sigma, which is weird because they look nothing alike. But it is what it is. Okay. So sigma equals, I'm approximating it. So I should be writing approximately equal to, and the only number we have to put there is 3.58. I can't do anything else about that. C, estimate the mean of the heights of all the students at the school similarly. So what's the estimate? Mu should be approximately. That's all I've got. I don't even have the data to find anything else. That's all I know. Does that make sense? So the mean of the population is around 152, but the mean of the sample is 152.